So, hello, fellow Earthlings. This is Earthling 64554637728. And I am glad and surprised that YouTube took down a video that had President Trump speaking put up by his daughter in law, I think. Yeah, I think it's appropriate. Anyway, as usual, I am Earthling, yada yada yada. Lost almost 100 pounds and I've kept it off for more than 5 years. I have a couple of degrees. I got a scholarship a long time ago in order to help with that. I quit smoking. I am an ex-army reservist, and that's it for me. So, I recently saw that YouTube apparently took down a video where Trump's daughter-in-law, I believe, was interviewing him, talking to him, and they said that any future uploads with Mr. Trump's voice in it would end up the same way, and there would be certain actions taken against any accounts that did anything like that. I think the woman put up the email that she got from Facebook about that. As far as I know, Trump has a permanent Twitter ban, and I think it's entirely appropriate. It is 100% entirely appropriate. I mean, the riot at the Capitol was, the dotting of the I's and the crossing of the T's of what Mr. Trump is really all about. And I think anybody who has anything from Mr. Trump that continues to push things in that direction is just asking for blame to be heaped upon them when anything subsequently happens as a result of any words that Mr. Trump might put to incite further action by other people. And, if it were me, I don't know that I would be able to have that kind of consistency. And to note, I think that Twitter has said that Trump is permanently banned, but Facebook didn't say something exactly like that. But I think given their action, it's not like, Mr. Trump is going to start giving to charity one day and then they're going to say, you know what, he's not a bad guy, let's let him back on. It doesn't really seem that that is what is happening. I think it's like an unofficial recognition of where things stand with Trump and Facebook and probably social media in general. So, yeah, I think given what has happened thus far, it just makes sense for this to be the thing that's done. I don't know if this is part of a larger action that Facebook and Twitter will do in the future, because they have cracked down on the spread of COVID conspiracies and maybe many other conspiracies as well. So hopefully that's a big consistent change in attitude about letting these ideas or memes spread on their platforms. But it remains to be seen whether they will continue to be consistent, or if they may, backtrack and just allow some craziness to spread. I'm pretty sure that, given the fact that WhatsApp messages are encrypted, that similar issues, similar spreading of ideas on WhatsApp is not going to fall into the same kind of restrictions that we're seeing against Mr. Trump on conspiracy theories. But I think that just the spread of anything in general might be being tapped down on a little bit more, because I don't know if there's been a change, but I do know that you can't perhaps spread or share as many things as you might like to share on WhatsApp, certainly, and perhaps on Messenger as well. I'm not sure. But, everything doesn't need to be spread via social media. And especially, maybe that's a bad thing when it comes to, for example, it was used in the past to organize protests against pro-democracy protests. So I don't know if that might be the counterpoint to, or the con of preventing stuff from being shared widespread. But all in all, again, I think it's a good idea to definitely throttle and completely, prevent Mr. Trump from spreading the stuff that he's been spreading. And I'm all in favor for the people who are suing him. I think there are two police officers from the Capitol riots who are suing Mr. Trump, and any and all other people should probably do that as well. Anyway, that's it for me. Feel free to like, share, subscribe, ignore any of those means of feedback that we do on YouTube, with the idea that think about what you would like people to give as feedback if this were your YouTube content. Have a good one. Peace.